red zone touchdown.
Throw down to second in time.
Brady turns and dumps it. State on the run, and he jams it home.
Whoever comes home, they got him.
What tough shot. And there's McLemore.
Welcome to this week's Big 12 Report, presented as always by Dr. Pepper. I'm Wendell Barnhouse, Big12Sports.com correspondent, and he is co-host Carter Babb.
That would be me. All right, Wendell. Well, Oklahoma State is a perennial power in wrestling, and this season is no different. Now, two of the Cowboys' top wrestlers this season come from different backgrounds, but they have the same goal.
Describe your wrestling style.
Tense. Attack.
Coach Smith is a great coach because
A winner. Wants perfection.
I love wrestling because
It's my life. Turn me into the person I want to be.
the toughest part of wrestling is
The grind. The grind.
the best way to win a match is a pin or a major decision.
Pin. Tech pin.
I want to finish this season.
National champ. Undefeated.
I want the team to finish the season
As national champs. National championship.
Oklahoma State has won 34 national championships and 134 individual titles in wrestling. And there are two names that could help the Cowboys add to that total this season: Jordan Oliver and Chris Perry.
And seeing where I would continue my success with wrestling and what would take me to the highest level of wrestling, and this is where I thought would put me in a situation I want to be to accomplish the goals that I have set.
You know, this year I'm chasing it harder than I ever have, and you know, I continue to work for it, and I got to earn it, and it's not given to me, so I approach it the same way as last year.
They both had the same mentality, and that's what you're looking for. You know, they both are looking to score points. Their ways they score may be a little bit different, but the mentality is the same, and I think that's the challenge. That's the challenge throughout the year, is to continue to grow that mentality of just being very aggressive and moving forward and looking to score points. You know, for them both to have success here at the end, they can't lose that mentality.
This is definitely the place where I needed to be and to feel comfortable. And it just fit my style. Everything they do, preaching pressure and scoring points here, that's what my wrestling was about. So it really helped me out, being able to be comfortable and know that the style of wrestling their coaches is my style of wrestling.
If you're not setting your goals when you're coming here to Oklahoma State as a national champion, you're at the wrong program. That's all we set our goals for, as a team title, and you know, national championships all we think about. We don't think about placing, and you know, we want national titles, and that's what we're here for.
All right, Wendell, well, we're down to just a few games left here in the basketball season, and it's about to be March, which, you know, I can't believe it's already the end of February. So why don't you tell us what's on your radar as we wind down the season and get ready for the postseason?
Well, you know, earlier in this month, in February, Kansas lost 3 games in a row, and it looked at that time like the Jayhawks' run of 8 consecutive Big 12 titles might come to an end. That was because Kansas still had 3 very difficult road games remaining on their schedule. But in the past week, they've won in double overtime at Oklahoma State and in overtime at Iowa State. Now, Kansas and Kansas State enter the weekend tied for first. And the 2 games that will mean the most this Saturday, I think, are the Wildcats, Kansas State at Baylor. Baylor is a team that's desperate for a win for their NCAA tournament hopes, and Iowa State is at Oklahoma. Now, the Cyclones are probably on the right side of the bubble, but with a win, the Cyclones would sweep the season series with the Sooners, and that would definitely help their NCAA tournament resume. Now, it's hard to believe that we're just a week away from the Phillips 66 Big 12 Women's Basketball Championship at American Airlines Center in Dallas. The first-round games are going to be starting on Friday, March the 8th. Now, Baylor just keeps rolling along. The Lady Bears will play their 3rd road game out of the past 4 when they visit West Virginia on Saturday, and Baylor is 2 victories away from back-to-back 18-0 conference seasons. Now, the Kansas at Oklahoma game this weekend is going to be very crucial for the Jayhawks. They entered the week having lost 4 of their last 6 games, and one of those was one of those dreaded bad losses at Texas. Now, Kansas was basically the last at-large team to make it in the NCAA tournament field last year, and they made it to the Sweet 16. But Carter, I don't think this year they want to be sweating the bubble again on Selection Monday, but if they don't win a couple of games here toward the end of the season, I think that's where they're going to be.
That's right. Well, hopefully they'll get it figured out so they don't have to worry about that. Well, last week we told you about how it's a busy time as far as championships in the Big 12, and this week we have another one with the swimming and diving championships in Austin. It'll be a 4-day competition that will wind up on Saturday.
The Big 12 Swimming and Diving Championships got started Wednesday in Austin and will conclude Saturday.
And it'll be where everybody will peak. That's and then the peaking is getting you to the NCAA meet, which everybody wants to go to the national championship. So we'll have a great opportunity.
The Texas men's team is ranked #1 in the nation. The Longhorns have won all 16 Big 12 titles and have won 33 consecutive conference championships. The UT women are ranked 10th nationally and have won 10 of the 16 Big 12 titles.
We know Texas is not only the best team in the Big 12, they're the best team in the country. To be the best, you got to compete against the best, and that's how we look at it.
The Jamale Texas Swimming Center on the UT campus is regarded as one of the nation's best facilities.
Their pool is actually a lot bigger than ours, but the depth of it is the perfect kind of depth, I guess. And we were down there for U.S. Nationals too, so a few of us have actually swam down there, and it's a very fast pool, so we're excited to see what times we can go and the records we can break. Really excited to swim against world-class swimmers. I don't think we're really intimidated.
Our program's going to get to swim in the best facility in the country for our conference meet. We couldn't ask for a better place to try to make our NCAA cuts, and that's what it's all about.
Okay, Wendell, well, in this week's notorious and world-famous edition of the Weekly Shoutouts, we're going to tell you about the first winter championship of the year at the Big 12 Indoor Track and Field Championships in Ames. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Right, Carter. Well, obviously, you were there representing the Big 12 as far as media relations were concerned, and the thing got started a day late because of winter storm, but in the end, Kansas made history by winning the women's title in indoor track and field. It was the Jayhawks' first women's title in school history in indoor track and field, and senior Paris Daniels also made school history. She became the first Jayhawk to win the 200 meters at the Big 12 indoors. Senior Andrea Gubel won the triple jump for the second consecutive season, and junior Diamond Dixon defended her title in the 400 meters. Now, on the men's side, Texas, ranked 8th nationally, rolled up 135 points to easily win its 6th Big 12 indoor title, and there were some record-breaking individual achievements. Iowa State's Betsy Sena did something that had never been done by a Cyclone athlete. She won 3 individual event crowns at a conference competition. She won the mile, the 3,000, and the 5,000 meter runs. Kansas State also made history as Eric Kennard and Zach Riley became the first teammates to finish first and second in the high jump at the Big 12 indoors. Kennard set a championship record in winning his 3rd straight Big 12 indoor title. Second shout out, Oklahoma has 2 teams ranked #1 in the nation right now. Oklahoma's women's gymnastics team defeated #5 UCLA over the weekend and vaulted from #2 to #1 in the national rankings. The Sooners set a school record for a team score, and it was the best team score in NCAA women's gymnastics in nearly a decade. And the top-ranked Oklahoma softball team is now 7-0 against top 25 teams, and the Sooners have outscored those teams by an amazing 47-0. Now, the Sooners are scheduled to make their home debut this weekend in the spring preview tournament. And the last shout-outs, we're going to kind of scatter shoot and hit a couple of areas here. First of all, Iowa State's Chelsea Poppins is the 14th player in Big 12 history with 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. Also, Texas baseball coach Augie Garrido posted his 700th victory as the school's baseball coach as the Longhorns swept a 3-game series with Nebraska over the weekend. And Baylor's softball team is in the top 25 rankings, and they won the Texas Shootout Sunday, and they've tied a school record with 14 consecutive victories. They'll put that streak on the line this weekend in a tournament in Arizona.
That's right. They're off to quite a start. So, well, that'll do it for another edition of the Big 12 Report. As always, be sure to check out our website at big12sports.com and follow us on Twitter for all the latest news from around the Big 12. We'll see you next week.
Good job there, Mr. Carter.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. I just realized we don't have our basketball, but it's too late.
We're doing it on our own today.
I do it so much better than everybody. Ha ha ha! Put that on tape. The end at 8 in a row, but you looked at that right then because I screwed it up. I'm sorry.
Track and field championships in Ames got started a day late due to a blizzard of some sort, but
sorry.
Yeah. Perennial power.
Perennial power. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Whoa. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Rubber
We're not going to
baby.
get there until noon.
Claude Cooper of Cleveland, my copper clappers. Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy boat. Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
This is
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Thank you and good night.